Hello, my fellow oddities. Welcome back to part 2 of our special holiday season. If this is your first time, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Also, go ahead and take a visit to my website. I've got prints and t-shirts and all sorts of stuff available. And with that out of the way now, we're going to get right into the meat of today's content. So for the sake of time, most of the video content is sped up dramatically. There is about 6 hours of footage recorded here, shrunk down to about 10 minutes. Most of the work here is simply just shading with different tones, either darker or lighter, depending on which angle I was going at. I have my light source coming from the upper right, pointing down towards the lower left. So keeping that in mind, I always keep my shadows and highlights on the correct side. Then from there, I would just go through and add the lines in after I've gotten my basic shapes of the actual stitches done. And the lines help really add most of the detail to it. After that, I went through and added the actual shadows in, and that's when you'll really see everything finally tie in together. I started off first doing all the red parts of the text and then went back through and did all the gold parts. So adding in all these lines can be quite tedious work. I know I could have used a comb brush to really help speed up the process, but I find with the comb brush, I don't get as much control over the lines and it ends up looking a little too uniform and I don't like the way it looks. I just get more control over these fine line brushes. I didn't want these lines to stand out quite as much, so I didn't make them quite as dark. I used a dark brown tone to make these lines so that way you could see them, but they didn't stand out quite as much as the red. The red I really wanted to pop a little bit more. For the shadows, I just used some watered down Mars Black and went around the lower left-hand side of all the stitches and everything with an angle brush just to add in some shadows and make it really stand out. So that's going to do it for this one. If you've been following along, then you should have something close to this. This is going to be the first of the greeting cards available on my website. The next one will be done next week, so subscribe, stay tuned for that one, and I will see you in the next episode.